Hi, Shep Hyken here, customer service and experience expert. And on this video, I'm going to discuss how a good customer service handoff can lead to customer appreciation. Now, I hate the handoff. This is where the customer service representative I'm talking to transfers me to someone else to resolve my issue. And it can happen on the phone or in person. Sometimes I hear something like, "It's not my department." And by the way, I really hate that one. Or, "You should have asked to speak to somebody in another department." You can name whatever the department is. Anyway, I think you get the idea. On the phone, this is the way it usually plays out. First, I call the company. Then I listen to the voice prompts that will eventually connect me with the correct department, if I'm lucky. Now, if I'm lucky, I won't have to wait that long either, but there's usually a short wait. Now, some companies have gotten better at managing the customer's wait times, and by the way, I appreciate that. So during the wait, I'll typically hear a message like, "Your call is very important to us. Please hold for the next available customer care representative." Well, if it was so important, why do they make me wait? But I digress. Once I get the agent on the phone, the agent will typically ask me necessary questions to prove I am who I say I am. Those questions could include an account number, an address, the last 4 digits of my social security number, and more. Then the phone call really begins. That's when I hope that the person I'm talking to can actually help me, fix whatever needs to be fixed, and give me a great customer service experience. But sometimes this is not the case. I have to be transferred to someone else in another department. Well, guess what happens? The process starts all over again. Sometimes there's a wait, and almost always I have to go through the same questions and answers that I did with the earlier rep. So, for the typical person, this process is frustrating, mostly because of the time that's wasted. Now, a good handoff is almost artistic. Done well, the customer appreciates the first person they talk to, even if he or she didn't resolve the issue, because of the positive way that the call is handled. I was working at a call support center. A customer was transferred to the agent I was working with. I expected to be talking to the customer. Instead, I heard another agent say, "Hello, I have Mrs. Smith." Now, that's not a real name, on the phone. "She's having trouble with her login and password. Would you be able to help?" Now, of course, my agent that I was working with said yes, and the support call actually began. It was a warm handoff. Instead of being frustrated, the customer was very appreciative of the first agent, and even more so for the agent who actually resolved the issue. So it doesn't matter if it's a customer support center or if it's in person, and it can be any type of business. The customer hates a bad handoff. So here are a few things to consider. Number 1, make the handoff warm. Sometimes all it takes is an introduction. Number 2, do your best to prevent the customer from having to tell their story or give their identifying information more than once. Make that part of your introduction to the next agent. Number 3, make sure the customer only has to experience the handoff one time. For example, if it's on the phone, you transfer only once. If it's in person, get the customer to the right person the first time. And 4, consider giving the customer your contact information in case they're disconnected or their issue hasn't been resolved, or if there's any other problems in the future. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. Please be sure to visit my website, which is www.hyken.com. There you'll find more information about my speaking programs, as well as over 300 customer service articles that you can read and share with your colleagues. Thank you very much for watching. This is Shep Hyken reminding you to always be amazing.